Hello, everybody, and welcome to Millionaire TV with Xabelina's book club. And guess what book we're going through? I mean, I'm sure y'all probably know this. It's all over the internet. I'm all over the place. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, y'all. You know you wants to get all the secrets. You know you wants to know. So check it out, guys. We've got a full panel here of amazing entrepreneurs, and I'm so excited for them to be here. I'm excited for you to be here today to share with us. Let me know if you want to be on this panel because we would love to hear your testimonies and all the stories about the power of personal development. So I'm just going to go ahead and introduce you guys to our panelists. We're going to have a few more that are going to be hopping in and out and stuff like that. So let's start here with Tanya. Tanya, go ahead and unmute yourself, beautiful. Introduce yourself, sweetie pie. Thank you so much for being here.
I am super excited to be here. There's actually two of us. I don't know if you can see that there. So there's two of us here, and we're just excited to be a part of this group, excited to learn from the book, and that's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Tanya. Congratulations on your little baby.
Thank you.
Having?
Yeah, a boy.
Oh my gosh, a boy. Well, guys, you know, send some positive and loving thoughts to Tanya because she's birth to the most important little boy in the entire universe. He's going to make things happen in this world. Awesome. Well, congratulations, Mama. Thank you for being here. And we've got here Mayra and Edgar Bonilla. And please introduce yourself, guys. These guys are the leaders of a Spanish team that on our team. And I'm telling you guys, these guys rock. If you have any questions in terms of anything Spanish and entrepreneurship, you got to get with them because they know what the heck they're doing.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for introducing Xabelina, but I have to make sure. We are culturing in Spanish, and you know that, but I'm Mayra Bonilla and Edgar Roche. We have the family Roches and Bonilla family. But we are super, super excited to be today again. Last week, if you don't see it, you have to see the recorder because we have a blast, and today is not going to be an exception. And Edgar, just introduce yourself.
She is Mayra Bonilla. I'm Edgar.
Roche.
Normally, she is the boss, so I don't mind the last name. It's fine. But, yeah. We're very happy to be here and keep on reading this great book, which gives us a lot of insights on things that we should be and must be to improve ourselves.
Exactly, and also we have the testimony that this book have a lot of power to everybody that can read it. That's why we are with you, Xabelina.
Thank you so much, guys. It's so awesome to have you guys here. I'm telling you, man, these guys know what it takes to really dive into personal development, and they've seen the fruit from it. And just really quickly, look who came in and sat next to me. This is my husband, Alexander Vargas. And Alexander, please introduce yourself. I call him Babe. Y'all can't call him Babe. I call him Babe.
Hello, guys. How you guys doing? It's a blessing to be here with you guys, sharing this wonderful book. I believe it is a great book. It's one of the books that contribute to one of my, to expand my mind and think about money differently. So, I think it's a great, Tuesday for us, to meet up and do this, every week. We should do it every day, but I know that we've got busy schedules. But I hope that, that we can all learn even more from what we're gonna read today.
Thank you, my love. And next we have here Louis, who he is actually taking care of. He's kind of like in and out, y'all. He's a daddy, and he's got to do his whole daddy thing in the house. So he's going to be in and out. And Louis, introduce yourself. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going to try to be here every Tuesday. Yeah, I take care of my kid, and I run my business from home. I'm really excited to be here. And as everyone knows, mindset up is just everything. Whatever you're going to do in life, mindset up is like the #1 tool. From that point, everything happens, right? And if you don't have your right mental setup, if you're not reading that book, we invite you to go and buy it on Amazon or whatever you want to buy it, or we actually have a free copy of it, right, Xabelina?
Yes, we do, definitely.
Definitely, if you want to grow, as a person or as a business person, go ahead and download this book. She's gonna give that to you for free.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And then we've got my beautiful Andrea who's sitting there. I just absolutely love her energy. Thank you for bringing your love and your energy into this hangout, Andrea. I can't wait, to hear what it is that you have to say. Introduce yourself, darling.
Hey, I'm Andrea Ritchie, and really it is all about mindset. It has taken me so far. Like, I used to hate to want to get up in the morning, and now everything has changed, and it really started with mindset. Like, that's what started everything going. And then the business and everything just followed.
That's so true. Oh my gosh. These discussions are going to be so awesome because we've got a whole heap of personal development junkies on this panel. And we all know that we love to hear the power of transformation. And guys, today we're actually going to dive into your money blueprint, which T Harv Eker talks about that, and he talks about it being your subconscious mind. And we're actually gonna do together, like a bunch of crazy locals, an exercise that he has at the very end of the chapter, which is actually gonna be hilarious. So I can't wait to get into this, y'all. So listen, like I said, we're gonna have a few people coming in and out of this panel. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm excited. So I'm just gonna go into screen share really quickly. And if you guys want to jump in and share something really quickly as I do that and entertain our guests, that would be awesome. Or not. Wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming, millionaires. It's coming. We're going to be going through part 1, pages 9 through 17. Here we go. Start the screen share. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Good. Okay, cool. I'm excited. If you didn't watch last week's, you guys got to catch the replay. It was awesome. Who the heck is T Harv Eker? And why should we even be reading his book? He sold me, y'all. He sold us. All right, there it is. Part 1, your money blueprint. All right, guys, so here we go. So we live in a world of duality, up and down, light and dark, hot and cold, in and out, fast and slow, right and left. These are few examples. Mari, you can just mute your microphone, my dear, my beautiful Puerto Rican princess. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So for one pole to exist, the other pole must also exist, obviously. Okay, so is it possible to have a right side without a left side? Not a chance. Consequently, just as there are outer laws of money, there must be inner laws. The outer laws include things like business knowledge, money management, and investment strategies. These are essential, but the inner game is just as important. An analogy would be a carpenter and his tools. Having top-of-the-line tools is imperative, but being the top-notch carpenter who masterfully uses those tools is even more critical. I have a saying, it's not enough to be in the right place at the right time. You have to be the right person in the right place at the right time. So, who are you? How do you think? What are your beliefs? What are your habits and traits? How do you really feel about yourself? How confident are you in yourself? How well do you relate to others? How much do you trust others? Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh, wait. Do you truly feel that you deserve wealth? What is your ability to act in spite of fear, in spite of worry, in spite of inconvenience, in spite of discomfort? Can you act when you're not in the mood? The fact is that your character, your thinking, and your beliefs are a critical part of what determines the level of your success. Holy moly, if y'all need to pause that and read that over again. One of my favorite authors, Stuart Wilde, puts it this way. The key to success is to raise your energy. When you do, people will naturally be attracted to you. And when they show up, you build them. The wealth principle here. Your income can grow only to the extent that you do. Tweeter that. You got Twitter that. Throw that sucker on Facebook, y'all. Hashtag. All right, so why is your money blueprint important? Have you heard of people who have blown up financially? Have you noticed how some people have a lot of money and then lose it? Or have excellent opportunities start well, but then go sour on them? Now you know the real cause. On the outside, it looks like bad luck and downturn in the economy, a lousy partner, whatever. On the inside, however, it's another matter. That's why if you come into big money when you're not ready for it on the inside, the chances are that your wealth will be short-lived and you will lose it. The vast majority of people simply do not have the internal capacity to create and hold on to large amounts of money and the increased challenges that go with more money and success. That, my friends, is the primary reason they don't have much money. A perfect example is lottery winners. Research has shown again and again that regardless of the size of their winnings, most lottery winners eventually return to their original financial state, the amount they can comfortably handle. Holy moly. On the other hand, the opposite occurs for self-made millionaires. Notice that when self-made millionaires lose their money, they usually have it back within a relatively short time. Donald Trump is a good example. Trump was worth billions, and he lost everything. And then, a couple of years later, he got it all back again and more. Boom! Why does this phenomenon occur? Because even though some self-made millionaires may lose their money, they never lose the most important ingredient to their success, their millionaire mind, hashtag. Of course, in the Donald's case, it's his billionaire mind. Do you realize that Donald Trump could never be just a millionaire? Oh, excuse me, Donald. If Donald Trump had a net worth of only $1 million, how do you think he'd feel about his financial success? Most people would agree that he'd probably feel broke, like a financial failure. Isn't that the truth? That's because Donald Trump's financial thermostat is set for billions, not millions. Most people's financial thermostat are set for generating thousands, not millions of dollars. Some people's financial thermostats are set for generating hundreds, not even thousands. And some people's financial thermostats are set for below zero, y'all. They're freaking freezing, and they don't have a clue as to why. The reality is that most people do not reach their full potential, unfortunately. Most people are not successful. Research shows that 80% of individuals will never be financially free in the way that they'd like to be. And 80% will never claim to be truly happy. That's just sad, y'all. The reason is simple. Most people are unconscious. They are a little asleep at the wheel. They work and think on a superficial level of life, based only on what they can see. They live strictly in the visible world. So this is the next one here. The roots create the fruits. Hey, hashtag. Imagine a tree. Let's suppose this tree represents the tree of life. On this tree, there are fruits. In life, our fruits are called our results. So we look at the fruits, our results, and we don't like them. There aren't enough of them. They're too small, or they don't taste good. So what do we tend to do? Most of us put even more attention and focus on the fruits, our results. But what is it that actually creates those particular fruits? It's the seeds and the roots that create those fruits. It's what's under the ground that creates what's above the ground. It's what's invisible, y'all, that creates what's visible. So, what does that mean? It means that if you want to change the fruits, you will first have to change the roots. If you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. Facebook. Wealth principle. There it is right there, y'all. If you want to change the fruits, you will first have to change the roots. If you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. Of course, some say that seeing is believing. The question I have for such people is, why do you bother paying your electric bill? Although you cannot see electricity, you can certainly recognize and use its power. If you have any doubt as to whether it exists, just stick your finger in an electrical socket and I guarantee that your doubts will quickly disappear. In my experience, what you cannot see in this world is far more powerful than anything that you can see. You may or may not agree with this statement, but to the extent that you do not apply this principle in your life, you must be suffering. Why? Because you are going against the laws of nature, whereby what is under the ground creates what is above the ground, where what is invisible creates what is visible. As humans, we are a part of nature, not above it. Consequently, when we align with the laws of nature and work on our roots, our inner world, our life flows smoothly. When we don't, life gets rough, y'all. In every forest, on every farm, in every orchard on earth, it's what's under the ground that creates what's above the ground. That's why placing your attention on the fruits that you have already grown is futile. Futile, banana, potato, I don't know. You cannot change the fruits that are already hanging on the tree. You can, however, change tomorrow's fruits. But to do so, you will have to dig below the ground and strengthen your roots. We all need a little gardening, y'all. Okay, so the 4 quadrants. Let me see. M, E, S, and P. What's that mean? So, one of the most important things that you can ever understand is what we do not live on only one plane of existence. Is that we do not live on only one plane of existence. Amen to that, T Harv Eker. We live in at least 4 different realms at once. These 4 quadrants are the physical world, the mental world, the emotional world, and the spiritual world. What most people never realize is that the physical realm is merely a printout of the other 3. For example, let's suppose that you've just written a letter on your computer. You hit the print key and the letter comes out of your printer. You look at your hard copy and lo and behold, you find a typo. So you take out your trusty eraser and rub out that typo. Then you hit print again and out comes the same typo. Oh my gosh. Or in other words, aka OMG, how could this be? You just erased it. So this time you get a bigger eraser and you rub even harder and even longer. You even study a 300-page manual called Effective Erasing. Now you've got all the tools and knowledge that you need. You're ready. You hit print and there it is again. No way, you cry out, stunned in amazement. How could this be? What the heck is going on here? Am I like in a Twilight Zone or something, man? Like, what's up? This is trippy. Okay, so what's going on here? That the real problem cannot be changed in the printout, the physical world. It can only be changed in the program, the mental, emotional, and spiritual world. Money is a result. Wealth is a result. Health is a result. Illness is a result. Your weight is a result. We live in a world of cause and effect. Here it is again, y'all. Twitter. Money is a result. Wealth is a result. Health is a result. Illness is a result. Your weight. La-da-la-da-la-da-la-da-la-da. We live in a world of cause and effect. So, have you ever heard of someone assert that a lack of money was a bit of a problem? Now, hear this. A lack of money is never, ever, ever a problem. A lack of money is merely a symptom of what is going on underneath. Lack of money is the effect. But what is the root cause? It boils down to this. The only way to change your outer world is to first change your inner world. Whatever results you're getting, be they rich or poor, good or bad, positive or negative, always remember that your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world. If things aren't going well in your outer life, it's because things aren't going well in your inner life. It's that simple. Declarations. A powerful secret for change. Amen to that. In my seminars, we use accelerated learning techniques that allow you to learn faster and remember more of what you learn. The key is involvement. Our approach follows from the old saying, what you hear, you forget. What you see, you remember. What you do, you understand. So, I'm going to ask that every time you reach the end of a major principle in this book, you first put, here it is, y'all, you first, pay attention, put your hand on your heart, then make a verbal declaration. Then touch your head with your index finger and make another verbal declaration. What's a declaration? It's simply a positive statement that you make emphatically out loud. Why are declarations such a valuable tool? Because everything is made of one thing, energy. All energy travels in frequencies and vibrations. Therefore, each declaration that you make carries its own vibrational frequency. When you state a declaration out loud, its energy vibrates throughout the cells of your body, and by touching your body at the same time, you can feel its unique resonance. Declarations not only send a specific message to the universe, they also send a powerful message to your subconscious mind. The difference between a declaration and an affirmation is slight, but in my mind, powerful. The definition of an affirmation is a positive statement asserting that a goal you wish to achieve is already happening. The definition of a declaration is to state an official intention, to undertake a particular course of action, or adopt a particular status. An affirmation states that a goal is already happening. I'm not crazy about this because often when we affirm something that is not yet real, the little voice in our head usually responds with, this isn't true, this is bull, bleep, bleep. All right, so on the other hand, a declaration is not saying something is true. It's stating that we have an intention of doing or being something. This is a position, sorry y'all, got lost. Okay, here we go. This is a position the little voice can buy because we're not stating it's true right now, but again, it's an intention for us in the future. So a declaration, by definition, is also official. It is a formal statement of energy into the universe and throughout your body. Another word from the definition is important, action. You must take all the actions necessary to make your intention a reality. Y'all need to Facebook that. Hashtag. I recommend that you state your declarations aloud each morning and each evening. Doing your declarations while looking into a mirror will accelerate the process even more. Now, I have to admit that when I first heard of all this, I was like, no way. This declaration stuff is far too hokey for me. But because I was broke at the time, I decided, well, what the heck? I mean, it can't hurt, right? And I started doing them. Now, guess what? I'm rich, so it shouldn't come as a big surprise that I believe that declarations really work. So here it is, y'all. So either way, I'd rather be really hokey and really rich than really cool and really broke. Amen. How about you? That said, I invite you to place your hand on your heart. Now wait, y'all, don't do it, panelists. Okay, we're going to do this together. That said, I invite you to place your hand on your heart and repeat the following. The declaration is this. My inner world creates my outer world. Now touch your head. Don't do it, y'all. We're going to do this together. Now touch your head and say, I have a millionaire mind. All right? So should I? Nope, I'm going to stop right there. Should I read this little bit here? Oh, you know what? Might as well. So as a special bonus, if you go to www.millionairemindbook.com and click on free book bonuses, we will give you a free list of all the declarations in this book, presented in calligraphy, in a printable format suitable for framing. What is your money blueprint? So we're going to stop right there. We're going to continue with that next week. Let me go ahead and get out of screen share here. Y'all don't do it yet. We're going to do it together, okay? Hello, Dorothy. Hello. Dorothy's on. Okay, y'all. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to do this together, okay? So it says here to do what now, babe?
Touch your heart.
My inner world.
My inner world creates my outer world.
Okay, so we're going to touch our hearts, and everybody get off of mute. We're going to say that together like a bunch of crazies, okay?
Xabelina, we don't see you.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
My inner world.
You good, you good.
I'm good?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait, what did I do? What did I do?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wait, hold on, y'all. I'm going to fix that. Screen share. Okay, am I on? Can you see me? Okay, good. Let's do that together. Okay, so put your hand on your heart. And we're going to say that together. Ready, y'all? So, repeateth after meeteth.
Go for it.
My inner world.
My inner world.
Creates my outer world.
Creates my outer world.
Isn't that the truth? Okay, so now touch your head and say, I have a millionaire mind.
I have a
Millionaire mind.
Oh my God, y'all. Look at that. T Harv Eker is controlling the masses. So my inner world creates my outer world. So let's go down the list and talk about what y'all think about that. About things just being deeply rooted, and it's not even about looking at the fruit, it's about looking at the roots. What do your roots look like? So let's go down the panelists here.
Ladies first.
Okay, great. Well, I have Andrea, go ahead and share with us. What's your take on that?
Well, when I first started doing mindset, I all of a sudden started noticing everybody else's mindset and just how negative and horrible, and I was surrounded by all of that. And it was really kind of disturbing. And then once I started changing that and changing what I focused on, my situation started to change, and it's just kind of snowballed since then.
What happened?
Can y'all see me?
Yeah, you
are. Great, thank you, Andrea. That's so true. That is so true. Once you start to, once you really start to work on your mindset, you really start to realize the people who are around you, and you can tell like the negative state that they're in as well. It's amazing, my God. So Dorothy, you're next, honey bunny. I've got you right here. Dorothy, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dorothy. How are you?
Hi, Dorothy.
That's very true, actually, because when you start paying more attention of how you are and how you want to be, all the things that have kept you where you were no longer have any kind of importance. They don't have that kind of focus. So you're breaking away from all the stuff that held you down and held you back. And you're coming into your own self and realizing your own power power of self, not like, Mr. Macho, but your power of yourself. And the more you learn, the more you know how far you can go. There's no limit. I mean, you can go anywhere you want to go. It's self-development.
Mm-hmm.
And it is truly amazing, though. What you walk away from, you realize you don't want to go back there anymore. You don't need that in your life anymore. That's where all the positivity comes from.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, that is so true. You really start to become like not even addicted. It's just so empowering to kind of get out of that negative mental attitude, and it's amazing the results that you get. Like I can honestly tell you that even our marriage and our relationship with our children and stuff like that has seen the fruit from all the studies and stuff that we've been doing. So, Louis, go ahead and share. What did you think about all that was read?
I always got a crazy opinion. Probably you think I'm crazy, but mindset is everything. You can get actually.
We're all crazy, right, babe? We're all crazy.
You can get everything. And yeah, we're all crazy. And you know what? I got a crazy story. It's pretty long, but I'm 30 years old, but when I was younger, I used to drink a lot. So I was the worst dater in my life. I was like the worst guy. I never had a relationship in my life before. When I moved in with my brother, I noticed that he had a beautiful relationship. He like never arguing with his wife, and it was just like, wow, how come I cannot have a relationship like this? So I start working on my mindset up and writing my goals on a daily basis. And I was kind of like, I was on a challenge. I was like, if this thing works, I'm gonna find a girl with this, like I'm gonna find a relationship just like the one that my brother had. And I even put a date in it. And I started reading a lot of books. One of my first book was Beyond Positive Thinking, which actually goes more beyond just thinking about it and the way you take action. And from that point, I've been able to get a lot of things just by thinking about it. But it's not even thinking. It's like it goes a little bit beyond just thinking about what you want in life. The way you think, the way you feel about it when you're reading it, you can actually get it. And it sounds crazy, but that's the way I actually find my girl. Just by, I want to have a girl like this, and that, and this is what I want in my relationship. And I was just a mess. I was just a young guy in Las Vegas, going crazy, going wild, drinking every day. And I'm like, man, I'm going to change my life, but I'm going to challenge this law. And I did. And every time I think about it, it happens. It happens when I buy my house. Mindset up is just everything. And if you really know how to use it, I think if you really know how to use it and just go beyond it, just beyond thinking you're crazy and just thinking about it, when you think about it and you feel it, you can actually get whatever you want. Exactly. One other thing, I know I'm going kind of long. I remember when I got fired from one of my jobs, I was talking to one of my cousins, and I want to get something different. I want to learn how to do something different because my brother works on an MLM business, and I wanted to do something unique. I'm like, and he's like, what are you looking for? I'm like, I don't know, but I want to have something unique, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm generating money online, and to me, that's really cool, unique, awesome, and nobody's doing it like the way we're doing it. So it's not about the business, but it's just like the way that I still remember going back in time, and I was having more than one drink, and I told my cousin, dude, I want to be unique. I don't want to go to school. I don't believe in going to school. I'm sorry about it. And I want to do something unique. And after 4 years, I finally find my career, which is making money online. And everything happened because I was thinking about it, but I was feeling it about it. I was connecting my thoughts with my feelings, and that's a whole different thing. So I think it's a little bit different what I actually talk about, but it happened to me, and it can happen to everyone if you want to change your life.
You made a choice, bro. You made a choice. You decided that's it. I'm gonna start, working. I'm gonna start working in the heart of the matter, the root cause, you know, and you started to make a change. And with that, you said you found your wife, and now you have the house, and now you know you have the online business, which is wonderful. Let me tell you, man, so much of us can relate to that. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
Myra, Edgar, what do you have to say about what we just read? Thank you so much, Louis. That was powerful. Thank you for sharing your testimony and your story.
Go ahead first.
Okay, this book touched a lot about how we have to work on ourselves, on the inner part of ourselves. So we are a product of what we want to be, and like any seed, that you have to basically work on it, like give it water or some nutrients to grow. We are also the same. Our hearts and minds are products of what we are, and whatever we put in our minds and whatever goals we have are the products of what we are inside. And like the book says, it says that we have to create ourselves from the inside to have the results on the outside, and and that's what we have to work on. We create goals. And what do we do? Okay, well now I have this goal. What do I do? Do I read about the subject? Do I learn about the subject? Do I act upon the subject? Which is the most important part. You can actually act upon the subject while studying about the subject. You act little by little, and then you start modifying and start looking for the things that have good results on it. Because if you stay just studying and studying and studying, and there's no action, of course, what are the results? There's nothing. There's nothing on the result. You have once you take action and once you learn from what you're actually trying to apply, that's when the results start coming up. So I suggest to everybody, to start learning right away in whatever you want, but also implementing on the go, on the get-go, right? Every step, little by little, go and start implementing, and then you will start seeing whatever results will come your way right away. Because if you don't implement and you don't take action, there are absolutely no results at all.
Exactly. Well.
Yes, I also want to add about that is because when you also start a business and a specific of what we are that as entrepreneur, sometimes you get full of a lot of information, and sometimes you have a combination of scare because it is something new, and you think that when you start to you're under the decision to take action, you try to learn a lot, because sometimes you feel like you don't know too much, and when you don't know too much, you start to get paralyzed, and you say, okay, let me start to learn and learn and learn. And that's why we let me see if I can translate this very. It's like when you start to be perfect, start to be so perfections of what you do, and then it's like we have a leader that says a lot of times that the perfection is the cousin of the procrastination.
Wow.
And sometimes
Wow. Yeah.
it's like you have to do it no matter what, if it's wrong, if it's getting wrong. And a specific one of the challenges that we give to our leaders is to make videos, whatever the way that they gonna see it, they gonna start to see in themselves. I have 1 year and a half ago I started to create videos, and you have to see my first video, and right now that I'm able to speak a lot of more faster. Also in English is more difficult for me, but in Spanish I speak like 1,000 of words at the same time. And it's something that you have to do it no matter what. And also many people think, okay, what is the reason that we are not able to grow up? Well, it's just to take action. It's just to make a list of the things that you are have a fear in a specific, because challenge yourself that okay, today I'm fear of talking to 5 people or talking to commit the video. Maybe the video is taking so long. Okay, I'm gonna stretch it. There's a lot of things that you can improve yourself to be better every day.
That is so true. That is so true. Oh my gosh, that's powerful. What was that again? Y'all need a hashtag. When I say hashtag, y'all, that's something that in social media, like when you get something that's really good and you want to post it either on Instagram or not on Instagram. You post it on Twitter and you post it on Facebook. You just write it all one word and then you put a little hashtag before it, and it creates kind of like this little circle of a social something. I don't know. People go on there and anyway, but it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. So that's so powerful. What did you say? You said that perfection is
the cousin of the procrastination.
Oh my gosh, that is so true.
Let me put it on.
Let me give you another one. Just a second. Let me give you another one.
Tag me.
Too much analysis will give you paralysis.
Oh my God! Too much analysis.
Facebook.
Oh, you know, guys, it's funny, man, because even before I started reading books and stuff like that, you know, going through my own life, my wife and I have been together since we were teenagers, and when we were teenagers, we were like grown teenagers. You know, life just came right at us, pretty much. You know, we had to grow up fast. You know, we had our first kid when she was 16, I was 17 years old. You know, so we had to take life by the horns, and I was actually like from the street. I was a street guy, you know. I know that I had to start doing things to change my life around. So I said I always like cars, so I decided to be a mechanic, and that was just a decision that I made. That's before I even made read any books or anything like that. I made that decision, and all of a sudden I went to a place, started doing oil changes, and I was watching the mechanics, and I quit that place, went somewhere else, and started working, and I told them that I was already a mechanic, so they hired me. Me, I wasn't no mechanic, but I just knew how to change oil. But the thing about it was that I went over there with that determination. You know, I could either stood up in the street and sell drugs, or I could get into a job that I could progress on it. So when I went in there, I had the desire and the determination to become a mechanic, right? And they knew within the first day that I had no idea what the heck I was. But they saw that I have the will to succeed, right? So they helped me, and I actually did it for 11 years. I actually became a really good mechanic, and it was just a thought. And and a lot of other things that happened in my life that has done has done a lot of changes in me, right? Even when I decided to get in the car business and sell vehicles, and it's been it's done very well for me. Now I did all these things without any knowledge that it was a mind change that I did. All of a sudden, years later, I start reading, right? And I start reading all these books, especially this one. And all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shoot, I did all these other things subconsciously without even knowing, without even harnessing my thoughts, right? I just had that desire because I had a motive, I had to raise my kids right. I had to show them a good example. That was my motive. I didn't know how to do it, so I just went with what I could do best, But now that I'm reading, it's like I can grab a hold on my thoughts even better now, so I can get quicker results. And you know what? I've seen the results that we've been getting in such a short period of time, just because of the mind change. It might have took me 15 years to get to where I'm at now, or where I was maybe a year and a half ago, but it's only taken me a year and a half to get to where I am now. And I believe that is just the power of reading and getting the information from people that that know what they're talking about, like the gentleman the author of this book and many other books. But so when you grab your thought and really grab a hold of how you're thinking or how you want to do certain things is priceless. Mm-hmm. And like one of the things that I've learned also was we have weaknesses, right? Yeah, we want to succeed, we want to do this, we want to become millionaires. I'm not ashamed to say it, right? And I know that I am going to be one. I already feel like I'm already one. But, one of the things that I've learned is to work on my weaknesses. I understand that I have worked on my weaknesses. like you, Louis, you was talking about that you had, a drinking problem, but you analyze, you realize that in yourself, and you accepted that in you, and you decided to go ahead and work on that weakness. So ain't nothing wrong with having weaknesses, but when you capture your weaknesses and learn how to work on them so you can get better, it's just gold, man. So
I'm sorry for taking over, but I'm not trying to. A lot of people knows that your story, it's everything on what we do, right? I was an alcoholic. I wasn't a heavy drinker because I wasn't even good at it. I used to get drunk with 4 beers, and I'm like, man. But life, we forget about this thing. I'm gonna kind of like change the subject a little bit, but sometimes life is so grateful with you that you forget about it. You don't even have to attract it. Sometimes your life want to be cool with you and give you stuff, and you don't even notice it. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I used to work in a place where a lot of movie stars, football players, like I know a lot of famous people. I took care of them. I came from Mexico one day, and I went to that place. I live in Las Vegas. So I was sitting at the bar one day, and I'm like, man, if I can work in this place, I'll be so happy. I was 18 years old. I don't want to make it too complicated. I ended up opening the new place, and I became a server right there. Wow. Without even thinking about it, without even using the law of attraction, thinking about it, writing about it. I was in Mexico, and my brother called me, hey, dude, you got a call from this casino. They want you to open up the new place. And I run that place. I open up that place. I run the whole kitchen. And they fired me. And they rehired me because I was so good on what I was doing. Yeah. And a few years before that, I was sitting at the bar thinking about it. If I can just at least have a shot in this place, I'll be the happiest guy on earth. Mm-hmm. That was when I was young, when I was crazy. I don't do that anymore, right? But life is kind with you guys. Life gives you a lot of gifts, but you don't even think about it, right? I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but I'm like, there's no way that I can be this way, and without even thinking about it. When I stopped drinking, I was 210 pounds. I'm 155. I grew up being a fat kid, and without even working out, because I used to do a lot of workouts and get drunk every day. So, but now without even working out, I'm losing weight. So the life or the universe or God or Lena give you a gift, and you don't even take it. Take it, grab it, and you be grateful.
Yes.
I don't know if it makes sense what I was trying to say, but that happened to me. I was sitting at the bar. I'm like, I love rock music, and I saw Pink going inside the restaurant, and then I also met a guy from Korn. I was like, man, if I can, I was having a drink with these guys almost, and I'm like, if I can be here one day, and without even visualizing, I ended up working for that place. If I walked in right now, everyone knows me.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. Listen, the wealth principle, your income can grow only to the extent that you do.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I know this, and we struggled with this for a while, and this is a point that he was trying to make. He was saying, he was talking about how the you win the lottery. You can win the lottery, and then all of a sudden they go back to living the life that they lived before they even won the lottery, because their minds were not prepared to receive and even handle, and they didn't know what to do with all that money. And unfortunately, so many people have that problem. Tanya, what do you think about that? Go ahead and unmute yourself, my beautiful.
It's sad. It's really sad. You have to be prepared for what you want to receive. You have to. And so many people are not.
Hashtag that. Sweet. You have to be prepared for what you want
to receive. You have to. And so many people are not, and that's how they fall into the trap. And not only do they fall into the trap, they keep falling into the trap because that's something that they don't realize. It's about self-development. You need to know what you need to get to where you want to be.
Yes, indeed. I agree 100%. Woo, y'all, did y'all hashtag that? Did y'all Facebook that? You need to be prepared. Say that again.
I don't know what I just said.
That was the wisdom. You know that wisdom
You
that
need to be prepared for what you want to receive. You have to be prepared.
exactly. You know what? And I like what what he was saying. It was like, okay, so what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now with all the money that you get? Because it's great to be an entrepreneur. It's great to have all this ambition. And yes, there is so much potential, to work from home and have your own business. But guys, what are you going to do with the money that you receive? So many people make so much money and they just blow it all. Like they blow it. They buy all these fancy things, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, just like what he was saying about winning the lottery. You can win the lottery and then you go back to the life that you were living before because your money blueprint is not prepared. And this is what he's preparing us to do. And another wealth principle he talks about is if you want to change the fruit, you will first have to change the roots. If you want to change the visible, you must first have to change the invisible. The 4 quadrants, let's not forget that. It was the physical world, right? The 4 quadrants are the physical world, the mental world, the emotional world, and the spiritual world. And then the other wealth principle is money is a result, wealth is a result, health is a result, illness is a result, your weight is a result, and we live in a world of cause and effect. We also live in a world that people like to blame, everybody for everything, Oh, it's because of this, and that's the reason why, and da-da-da-da-da. Nope, you ain't going to get nowhere with that. You ain't going to get nowhere with that. If you want to live financially free, and I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they get very scared to endeavor into these types of businesses because they're like, oh, well, yeah, you make a lot of money quickly, but you also lose it. Yeah, well, if you're not mentally prepared to receive it and to also learn the skills to keep it, because that's another thing. Donald Trump, he was in the billions, lost it all, and then he came back and gained it, right? So this is something that's so important. So many people, I know me personally, I was scared. Once I started to make money, I'm like, oh God, what if I lose it all? And what if all of a sudden it falls? But you know what, honestly speaking, the skills that I've gained, oh boy, ain't no stopping me. I can go anywhere and everywhere and make, as much or even more money. So, your money will grow to the extent that you do. And that's why these companies and being an entrepreneur, it is so important for you to continue to grow, because the more you grow, the more that you can provide value for the people out there. Let me tell you guys, 98% of people don't understand this. They don't know this. So, what Myra was talking to you about getting on the camera and making videos, it's so important because not everybody thinks this way. You probably think, well, you know what, I don't know what to talk about, and now I'm an entrepreneur, and what do I do, and how do I get people to listen? While reading these books, you cut a quick video, all that stuff that's going inside of your brain, share it. Share it. People are attracted to growth. If you make somebody feel good and they're growing, man, they're going to stick to you like glue, let me tell you. I can tell you that much, guys. So anybody else, you guys want to close out with this? Because we're about done here. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. This was a good hangout, y'all. Anybody else want to close out?
There's one of the things that I want to say about specific of what you said in the last sentence is that people, we are many of the entrepreneurs, and we are very different from the people that is still working in the corporate America. And one of the things that we have to have in mind is that when you are in a corporate America, you are always limited of your mindset, limited of the things that you able to do, limit your growing. And that is something when you are an entrepreneur and you receive people that is still working, there is double the work that you have to do to them. But at the same thing is a seed that when they start to realize and when they see you like you are an entrepreneur, there's so many people that we are entrepreneurs that it's not just only one person. That is a community that many people doesn't know. They have the same mindset. That it is gonna change when you start to make the example on the right way. For example, things that you normally is gonna see, every of the people in the panel is positive thinking, uh, challenge all the time. We challenge ourselves because we always want to go out of our comfort zone, because that is one of the keys of being an entrepreneur. We have so much, we are like 3% or maybe less of the whole environment. And that is what we have to stay together, because this is a real life that everybody can have it. And the thing is that if you read it, this book, this is not fake. This is people, this is real people talking to you. And that is what our purpose we have, and also our beautiful Xabelina make it for us. We're gonna stand together and spread the word, because this is a real lifestyle that everybody can have
And I want to say something to Lina. Oh my goodness, you're so famous, Lina. Who's Lina? Who's Lina? Like, oh, somebody tell me who's Lina in this? Like, I'm like, all right, Xabelina. I want to say something. You were talking about videos, and don't, like me, I don't know if you guys follow me. If you guys follow me, thank you so much. Put me some likes on those videos. I'm doing a challenge right now, 100 days. I'm going to try to do all videos if I can, just being grateful for whatever I'm grateful for in life. But just don't be embarrassed to do it yourself on a video, because people is going to identify to you. Like me and Lina, when I saw Lina one day on a video, I'm like, man, we have the same life. She's just a girl and I'm a guy, but I can relate to her so bad. I'm like, we have the same story. Probably we can go in a bar and have a few drinks. But I mean, I can relate to your life. We have the same background, Lina. You know what I mean? And that empowers you to, man, if this girl is crazy and she can do it, well, I'm crazy and I can do it too, right? Because, I mean, you can be yourself. Anywhere else in the world, if you go to work, you clock in, you can't be yourself. You gotta be like them so you can fit in. On our business, you can be yourself, and you can be the craziest guy. You can share your story. Hey, you know what? I was drinking on a daily basis. I don't know, a lot of people, you know, you've been abused or you've been this and that, and we approve that, and we're okay with it, and we're gonna help you out to move forward, I guess. And people identify with your story, so don't be afraid of share whatever you have in whatever your past was. Like me and Lina, I get in contact with you, right, Lina? Like, hey, Lina, you know what? We're like the same, girl. Like, we have the same life. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna ask you how old you are, but we went through the same stuff, everything. So it's just so weird. Like, you make your videos, whoever you are, you just make your videos, and people is gonna identify to you. And
Thank you, Louis. Thank you. I appreciate you being on the panel, and I look forward to you being here next week. So, guys, I want to close out with this. Definitely tune in to next week's hangout. If you guys want to be on, let me know. Send me a message. We would love to have you here. We've got so many awesome entrepreneurs here that can share so many things, and I'm sure that you also have a lot to share with us. So definitely reach out to me. Dorothy, is it okay if I share that PDF file? Because that PDF file was actually given to me by Dorothy. So, yeah? Am I getting a thumbs up? Okay, great. So let me know if you need a copy of the PDF file, and I'll send it to you so that you can kind of read it on your own. And hey!
Yes, yes. There's my voice.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dorothy. And we're just going to close out with this. Let's do this one more time. So we're going to touch, put your hand on your heart. Let's see. Put your hand on your heart. We're going to do this one more time. Unmute your microphones, my lovelies. Unmute your microphones. And if you're watching, let's do this, and we're going to close out with this. My inner world creates my outer world.
My inner
world creates my outer world.
Now touch your head and say this. I have a millionaire mind.
We have a millionaire
mind.
Amen. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for everybody for being here. We appreciate it. We will see you next week.
Oh.